Chapter number 7: Understanding and Tackling Marginalization. Marginalization denotes compelling people or member of a particular group of people to live on the edge and not include them in mainstream activities. Many of us might have witnessed it in school or on the playing field. Often we end up feeling ignored or left out just because we dress differently, have communication problem, pursue unique hobbies, or are differently abled. Similarly, in social context too, often communities are excluded from all forms of growth and developmental activities. As a result, these marginalized communities are deprived of many opportunities or facilities available to others. This sense of deprivation produces among the marginalized groups a feeling of being underprivileged in contrast to those who are influential and able to enjoy all rights and privileges. Several reasons can be ascribed for marginalization of various communities. Speaking a language different from others, unusual customs and traditions, religious beliefs, illiteracy, poor economic background. Adivasis. The term Adivasi, which means original inhabitants, refers to communities who reside in close vicinity of forests and are dependent on it for survival. Since ancient times, they inhabit hilly and forest regions, so they are often referred to as Girijans, that is, highland dwellers, and Vanvasis, that is, forest dwellers. In modern-day parlance, tribals are synonymous with Adivasis. Even the constitution refers to them as scheduled tribes. Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Bengal, as well as the 7 sister states in the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura have the maximum concentration of tribal population. Adivasis constitute about 8% of India's population, but are not a homogeneous group. There are over 500 Adivasi groups inhabiting various parts of India who differ in terms of ethnicity, culture, and language. For instance, Odisha itself has over 60 tribal groups, each having distinct characteristics. Their traditional belief system is essentially different from the other popular creeds like Hinduism, Islam, or Christianity. They worship their ancestors as well as forces of nature that they refer to as river spirits, mountain spirits, animal spirits, etc. Their language is not only different from Indo-European family of languages, but also possibly as old as Sanskrit. Adivasis and development. Since ancient times, forests have played a vital role in the emergence and expansion of civilizations and empires, as they were a source of timber, medicines, animals, fruits, etc., which made man's life easy and comfortable. Moreover, they played a crucial role in recharging the rivers and maintaining a pollution-free environment. Drastically opposite to the current images of Adivasis as marginalized communities, in pre-colonial era, they had control over these vast tracts of forest land. In fact, as they were better acquainted with the woodland, many big ruling states were dependent upon the Adivasis for access to invaluable forest resources. Primarily, they are nomadic herders, and they practiced both hunting, gathering, as well as shifting agriculture. For the past 200 years, there has not been much change in their lifestyle. However, fundamental changes in government policies, far-reaching economic changes, and corporate interest groups have turned them into migrant laborers. Today, they are compelled to give up their traditional livelihood and work as domestic helpers, construction laborers, and plantation workers. For setting up industries and wildlife reserves, timber, mining, and agriculture. From mid-19th century, large tracts of forest land were cleared from time to time. As of April 2012, India has 102 national parks, covering a total area of 39,919 kilometers square, and over 442 wildlife sanctuaries. These lands on which such parks were set up originally belonged to Adivasis. But with the declaration of these parts as protected areas, they are seen as encroachers in their own homeland. Other marginalized groups. Scheduled castes. One of the primary reasons for social inequality in our country is division of society based on caste. This system of rigid satisfaction of society into upper and lower caste promotes discrimination and injustice. As a result, for ages, upper caste people have enjoyed all privileges while the lower caste people have been humiliated, oppressed, and marginalized. Even among the lower caste, a section which performed work such as removing dead, cleaning human and animal waste, etc., was regarded as unclean and untouchable. They were supposed to live outside the village periphery, and many restrictions were also imposed on their movement. As a result, they were denied access to resources and facilities enjoyed by others. Keeping this in mind, the constitution, which refers to them as scheduled castes, made several provisions to safeguard their interests. Even though with passage of time, this system has become less rigid, yet it continues to be the reason for marginalization of large section of population. Dividing water on basis of caste. Kulhara village in district Vaishali, Bihar has 6 drinking water wells. Still, Janpatya Devi's family does not have a drop to drink because she is a Dalit. The source of drinking water in this village is also divided on the basis of caste, and the one belonging to Janpatya Devi's community has gone dry. As a result, they have to walk at least half kilometer to the nearest village in the scorching sun to get water. There are 3 more wells in Kulhara village, but the water of one well is not drinkable, while the other 2 are for upper caste people, so they do not allow lower caste people to draw water from their well. Adapted from an article, Bihar, where water is divided on basis of caste, on www.ibnlife.in.com. Women and children. In class 7, we discussed about gender bias prevalent in our society. In a land where goddesses are worshipped as mothers, women have been subjected to severe atrocities. However, many scholars feel the condition of women certainly deteriorated after Vedic age. Women were required to stay behind the 4 walls of the house, denied education and regarded as inferior to men. In pre-independence era, many reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar worked towards women emancipation. After independence, legislations were passed and institutions like National Commission for Women were set up to safeguard their welfare. The Indian Constitution aspires to protect the interest and well-being of the children who are the future of the country. Majority of them suffer from malnourishment and ailments and do not have access to education. In fact, from a very early age, they work to supplement their family income. We need to adopt a range of strategies and actions to deal with marginalization. Each community is marginalized for diverse reasons and in different ways.